Hey family, so I have a message for God's people today. The message is coming from 2nd Ezra 14 and 15, and the word is you're going to have to put in more effort, okay? You're going to have to put in effort, okay? I know we live in a time where we feel like we should just get what we want without even trying, right? We want a family without the commitment, right? We want a great promotion without putting in the work. We want to be the best at something without practicing, without training, right? But that's not how it works, because God says faith without works is dead, right? So you can have all the faith in the world, but if you don't believe enough to start moving in that path, God says it's dead. It will never come to life. It will never work, right? The part of faith is believing without seeing, okay? So if you believe in your heart that you're going to be a great writer, right? If you believe in yourself that much, then your faith is to start writing every day, even though you ain't got a check yet, even though you ain't land the book deal yet, right? But you still putting in the effort, writing every day, because one day you have faith and believe that you will become that great writer. But if you just feel like you're a great writer and you never sit down and write anything, you don't never try to create a book, then you will never become that great writer, because you didn't put in the work, okay? So God said you're going to have to put in some effort, okay? And somewhere along the lines in the New Testament, God's people was told that they no longer had to put in the effort of showing God that they love him, and that all they had to do was just tell them that they loved him, and that was it. But that's not what God says, okay? In 2nd Ezra, it says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the world, the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth out unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them." Okay? So God is telling us that He gave us free will to do what we want, right? We can choose Him, we can choose the devil, right? We can choose to be good, we can choose to be evil, right? So He gave us that free will. But now the free will is getting out of control, right? People are getting crazy and just doing all kinds of evil that God just like, I cannot just sit back and continue to watch this. I have to step in, okay? And why is the earth all of a sudden becoming so evil, okay? God is going to tell us why in Ezra 14, verse 30, and it says, "And receive the law of life which they kept not, which ye also have transgressed after them. Then was the land, even the land of Sion, parted among you by lot. But your fathers and ye yourselves have done unrighteousness, and have not kept the ways which the highest commanded you. And forasmuch as he is a righteous judge, he took from you in the time the things that he had given you. And now are ye here, and your brethren among you. Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy. And for after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared. Okay, so God is telling us the world has become so evil because we are no longer keeping his laws and commands, the laws of life. Okay, that is what he gave Moses. Okay, and those are the laws that he told us we are supposed to be continuously keeping until the world ends. It says it in the book of Enoch, it says it in this book, it says it in the book of Adam and Eve. These laws, right, the book of Joshua, Jubilees, these laws that he gave Moses, we supposed to keep those laws until he returns to save his people. But he says only the people that follows his laws will be saved. Okay, so God has told me that there's something coming. Okay, something bad is coming, and only the people that put in the work, instead of just saying they love him, actually put in the work to follow his laws and commands, will be saved. Okay, you can feel how you want to feel, right? But what God says, go. Okay, and it don't matter how much money you got or what kind of position and power you got. If God say something, that's the end of it, and there's nothing you can do about it. No amount of money or power can save you, right? Because no man can save you from God, but God can save you from every man. Okay, that is what I live by, right? Because people would try to make you stray against God and sin against him, but at the end of the day, those people can't protect you. They cannot and they will not protect you, but God will always be there for you, and he will protect you from everybody when you follow in his laws and commands. He will protect you, he will provide for you, right? He will spoil you, right? And we've seen this. He gave Israel land, right? He kicked people out of their land and gave them their land, and it was good land, right? Flowing with milk and honey. They had everything they needed and more, right? But the moment they sinned against God, they lost everything. Okay, and that's what it says in Ezra. They was good until they started sinning against God, and they lost everything. And God said, there's a famine coming. There is a famine coming. But he is preparing a place for his people. Okay? He is preparing a safe place for his people that will follow his laws and commands. That is the only way you are going to be saved, is by following his laws and commands. If you don't follow his laws and commands, you will be destroyed in this famine. Okay? So God is giving y'all this warning, okay? And these laws, the laws of life, the laws that God commanded us to follow, you can find them in the book of Exodus, in the book of Leviticus, in the book of Numbers, in the book of Deuteronomy, okay? These laws, they're not complicated, right? at all. All he is asking is for you to respect him, respect yourself, and to respect the people around you. And if that is too much for you, then you don't need to, God don't want you to around him, okay? If you can't just give simple respect, God don't want you around him, right? And you will be destroyed. So God is giving all his people a warning now. If you say that you love him, this is how he sees his love, by you following his laws and commands with no excuses, no ifs, ands, and buts, right? No, I don't want to do that, or I only want to do this. You gotta be follow all of them, not just the ones you want to, but all of them. Okay. Only those people will be saved from this famine that is coming. I love y'all. Have a great day. I hope y'all listening. Don't wait to the end. Don't wait till you see it to try to start doing what's right, because it will be too late and you will be destroyed. All right. I love y'all. Have a great day.